Chris Voss here from the chrisvossshow.com, the chrisvossshow.com. Got a really cool product we reviewed, of course, from ibattz.com. That's ibattz.com. We reviewed a number of their products on the chrisvossshow.com. And of course, review the latest in social media and technology for you here. What we have before you here is the best protection for the power hungry, extremely tough. It's drop test certified. It's a 3400 milliamp Mojo Armor removable battery case from ibattz.com. Portable power case for the iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. Now, if you're familiar with what this means, that's 2 times the charging recharge capability for your iPhone. You can essentially recharge it twice from where it currently stands when you have it fully charged. You can see here it comes in a variety of different cases, colors, all that sort of good stuff, and build. There's some really exciting aspects of this phone I'm going to share with you that I really like. I really asked to have this phone so we could review it for my readers. It's got perpetual power on the go, fast charge technology, tough front cover, and a tough silicone outer cover. But one thing that's really neat that I like about this is it's got an interchangeable flip-out battery system. And the other thing we'll be reviewing on another show with the Chris Voss Show is their USB battery charger that actually charges the individual batteries that you're going to put into this case. So that's going to be very exciting. Watch for that, and we'll probably talk about that and utilize it more here in the features. You can see here it comes in a number of different colors, and we've got a beautiful orange one here to take and share with you. We're going to open up this case and get it all going on and see what there is to see. But I'm really excited about this case, so let's get it open. Okay, so let's go and open this puppy up. Let's see, which side should we choose to open up first? Let's go and open up the case side first. And like I said, I was really excited about this because I love this design. Now, one of the things you have with a lot of battery case chargers, backup chargers for the iPhone, is you can't switch out the batteries. If you do, you have to bring multiple backups with you. I've seen some cases where they have individual things you can add on, but they're really not built well. So I love this design that iPad or the ibattz.com has. Looks like we've got a cable, of course, here that we can use to charge the device. Let's take a look at what this is before we open the other side. You can see here this is a multifaceted case which gives you ultra protection. You've got a hard interior here with the orange part in this color, and then we've got a nice black soft outer case that's going to protect your iPhone from drop-in damage, throwing against the wall, that good stuff that you may do. Okay, you can see it's a little oversized here, and that gives you the ability to, I think, probably deal with the element of charging. Let's take a look at the other side of the case. But I really like the idea of having pocket extra batteries that I can throw in on the fly, just like you would with an Android phone or other phones, and be able to, looks like I might have to just get a little violent with this one, packaged well. So this is the battery portion of the case. And let's get into that, how it works. Like I said, we've liked iBattz products before. So, wow, looks like this comes with 2 of these batteries. Cool, more batteries. I like that. So, looks like we have the case in and of itself here, or a portion of the case. That's the charger part. And look, as you can see here, we've got these batteries where we can take and plug them in the back, and away you go. And then what's really, really beautiful is these are 17 milliampere amps, which is, from my recollection, the same amount that's in your iPhone. So that's a whole iPhone that's right in there. And guess what? You've got 2 of them. So you can not only run your iPhone up to 100%, you can bang it down twice and basically get 300% of your iPhone. If you're like me, you go to events and conventions, and you really got to get the max performance out of your iPhone when it comes to battery, or else you look stupid when it dies. Now here's the case that goes on the back that makes it look nice, so you don't have this ugly battery on the back. And of course, let's see, you've got here a place where you can charge it on the bottom. Let's see, what else do we have? We might have some indicator lights. Yes, we do. This is an indicator light, and you can see here this is a switch where we can turn this on and off. Most likely this is to activate the charger when you want it to charge your battery, but of course you can probably turn it off when it's plugged in to see if you don't want to charge it. Now it probably has several lights. It looks like it's showing 2, and there might be 1 or 2 more lights here once we fully charge this that give us an indication of how much charge is left in the battery. You've got plenty of access to your holes. Looks like it's a pretty rigid, solid case in its build. So let's take apart this thing and see how we get into here. Of course, I'm just doing this on the fly, so your experience is my experience in the unboxing. Looks like we have the case here, and let's see what it tells us. Boom, 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 boom. Arm removable iPhone case goes in and around. I'm not sure if this goes into there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to spend a few minutes just figuring out how this all works together, and if this does go in there or not, or how the whole thing gets put together. We'll be back in a second. Okay, so it took me a second to figure out how this works, and the reason I was a little confused is this is actually 2 cases in one. Now you have the battery element itself, where we have the battery inside here, and of course has the nice cover on the back that you can easily pop off and everything else. So we have the battery portion here. Now what you can do is take your iPhone 4 or iPhone 4S, squeeze it into there, and you have 2 choices. The first choice, you can see we're charging it right now, the first choice is to put this bumper rail around it. And by doing that, you can lock this into place, and you get, make sure I get all the locks in, there we go, you get your own case. So it doesn't have the rubberized protection on it and the extra protection, but it is a case you can use, and you can see it's got some very nice gripping elements here, and you can have a nice light battery. This gives you one case that you can use, or one format that you can use in this element, and you still be able to have the battery charging capabilities of it. Now what they've also done is, let's say you use this maybe around the office, let's say maybe you go outdoors, or you go to maybe an event where you have a lot of cement and stuff. We'll open this up here. You can pull this off, and by pulling that off, this bumper case, now what you do is you can take and fit this case on, which is a plastic hard case, which will give you a whole lot of protection on the device, and you can take that and slip it into this nice rubberized protection thing that works really nice. What's really great is it gives you protection over your seals, so if you were to drop this in water or spill something on it, you wouldn't quite lose track of getting water inside it and ruining it. Of course, you can see everything's protected here, the top, your sides, everything. So it's very protected from water getting into it and everything else. And of course, you still have the ability to control it. So very cool, where you have 2 different types of batteries you can use. And of course, you can disassemble it on the run. You can still see that you have access to the button over here for the charger. You have access to your lights. It's got a really nice rubberized background on it. It's going to take some hits and drops and beatings and all that good stuff. You just have your power button. But I really like how this is protective of the different entry areas of the iPhone, so you don't have to worry about if you drop this in water, at least for a few seconds to, you wouldn't want to definitely leave it in water for any length of time, but if you do drop it or spill on it, at least you got a few moments to take and bail and save it. Anyway, so it's really awesome that you've got 2 different ways you can utilize this product. You can either use the bumper case with the outside, or you can use this nice rubberized thing. And I gotta tell you, this feels really safe right here. I'd almost throw it against the wall, but that's probably not a good idea anyway, in the long run of things. But it feels really super heavy duty. Now it says right here on the box that it has there's some coating there, and it says drop test certified. So there's been some drop testing they've done, and evidently it fits some certifications for drop testing and all that good stuff. Let's see if I can figure out how to pop it off here. Let's pop it off this way. Let's try this. But very cool in its build, where I don't want to break it. So, and then of course, one thing I probably should mention too is you do have a screen cover that's in there. So there's a screen cover that's built in to this case and body. So you have that. So very cool, where you can easily switch between 2 different styles of case that you want to take and utilize. Probably should go this way with that. And of course, you can flip out your batteries on the fly, with the different batteries that you have. You can order more of these, of course, from ibattz.com. And then, as you can see here, we're going to review this as a separate thing on the chrisvossshow.com. If you get the Mojo i9100 US battery charger, these charge right inside this little unit, and you can actually get a whole pile of these going your way to take and make sure that you have plenty of extra batteries. So you could have like 3 or 4 of these. What's really nice too is they're very small. They'll fit in your pocket, and you've got a lot of power in these little babies. So that's pretty freaking awesome. So be sure to check it out. I'm really impressed with the product. In fact, I begged to get a copy of it because I was that impressed with it. It's the ibattz.com 3400 milliamps Mojo Armor removable battery case. I haven't seen much out there in the way of competition that can give you this much juice and power, and if you buy more batteries and additional stuff, you can really get your juicing going on, and be sure that when you go to events, when you do parties, when you go out and do stuff, your iPhone's always going to have plenty of juice, and you can easily keep it with you if you want, with these beautiful little light things that you can shove in your pocket here. So love the product. Be sure to go to iBatz, tell them Chris Voss sent you. Chris Voss tested, Chris Voss approved. I definitely love the product, and it looks good, and it's rock solid, heavy duty. Thanks for coming by. Be sure to check back often.